Because right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. You can give us a call tonight on the Borders and Borders hotline at 412-575-2600 is the number, and we always have a lot of things to talk about, especially when Paul Zeise is on with me on every Friday night. Usually this is the dynamic duo right here. Paul always has these hot takes. I love it. At Paul Zeise, follow him on Twitter. It's a great follow, by the way, and we have a lot of things to talk about. You know what I do want to start with, though? I love our Friday Bucko talk. And I know the Pirates are a couple weeks away from spring training. I just want to get some fans out there fired up that everyone else in the division is doing something. The Cardinals get Arenado. The Cubs go out and get Peterson. Peterson, 1 year, $7 million. Don't you think that's a guy that could have helped the Pirates, right? Put him out in the outfield. He could hit a bunch of home runs at PNC Park. There's no way they would have traded for Arenado. But these teams are getting better. What are the Pirates doing?
Well, they're getting better. It's just you got to look at the long haul. They're not getting better for this year, but they're getting better for down the road. I mean, I think the one thing that is probably troublesome if you're a Pirates fan is what happened with St. Louis today, getting Nolan Arenado. Colorado wanted to get out from underneath that contract so bad. They paid St. Louis $50 million to take this guy, and he's a great player. And the other part of it is St. Louis didn't have to give up any of their top 6 or 7 prospects to make it happen. This is a problem in baseball, Richie. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's these huge contracts, and then teams figure out they don't want them or whatever, and they're just dumping these guys. And, of course, a team like the Pirates could never take that because even if you gave him $50 million, I think that his total contract was worth $260 million or something like that, and he's owed about $180 million. So, the Pirates aren't going to take on $130 million in debt. I mean, to me, it just is getting worse and worse every year. This has to be addressed. If it's not, I don't know that the Pirates will ever be able to compete again.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm getting to. There's no way I'd want the Pirates to trade for a guy like Nolan Arenado. You can't give up $50 million and then tie yourself to a $200 million contract. But the fairness, the competitive balance, it's not there. And I don't know if it ever will be. This has to be addressed by the owners, the commissioner. Everyone has to be on board. They got to move to the salary cap. And, I know we talked about this probably 10 months ago at the beginning of the pandemic, and maybe it would change baseball. Maybe, hopefully, that they can see now that they need to equal out things. There needs to be parity in Major League Baseball.
It's not even about parity. It's just, you don't have to get it, but get it to a point where it's not ridiculous. I mean, when I look and see the Dodgers have, $200 million payroll, and the Pirates right now have a $30 million payroll, there should never be that kind of disparity between two teams in any sport. And if there is, because you're not even playing the same sport at that point. And so, to me, I look at these kind of deals. I know that the collective bargaining agreement will be, discussed or whatever at the end of this season. They have got to really kind of figure out this because it's not good that every year now we've got these teams dumping players. We've got teams looking to get out of contracts. We look at, the amount of money the top players are making and realize the teams like the Pirates could never, ever keep them or sign them. I mean, what is the point for about 30 teams in baseball? What is the point for about 22 of them? Every single year, what's the point of this anymore?
Well, the Pirates will tell you they can compete without with a low salary with the low, one of the lowest rosters. Money doesn't matter. That's what they'll tell you. I disagree. I think you disagree. I know Bob disagrees. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we can get into and breaking down the roster a little bit later in the show. But I'm going to get your opinion on Big Ben. Should he come back? I know we talked about it last week, but we'll talk about it again because there are a couple callers out there. But we're going to take a break right now. Couple lines open. 412-575-2600 is the number. Back in 2 minutes.